When you guys talk about these potential solutions to these problems, I get hyped up because I think about all the problems that I personally have, which potentially could be solved. So now I got to flip it to you guys. I kind of named some industries, but I'm curious for yourselves. Matt, we'll start with you. Tell me something that you'd like fixed. It doesn't exist today, but you'd like fixed. It could be any realm of services you consume, whatever you do. What would you like to be improved upon that you think it won't be much longer before this is definitely possible? You kind of gave example of the airplane before, but I think I'd love to hear another one. Give us it's like little personal thing. You're like, hey, if you solve this for me, I'm happy.
Yeah. So this is, happy wife, happy life. My wife works as a social worker in a hospital environment. And prior to that, she worked as a social worker in child protection. And we're talking about these incredibly important services for society that are so starved for funding. And so their IT experience, we complain about these automated mobile situations, hey, here I am flying on a business trip and, why can't I, my flying experience be better? She's like dealing with complete swivel chair integration of going from this, like they're using green screen apps. They're going to these moving files from, like they've got documented processes that say, copy and paste this file to this file, print this PDF, fax it over here. If we could transform the experience for public service, especially those fundamental healthcare and child protection, other social services like that would make me happy as a citizen and happy because it would make my wife's job a lot easier and allow her to help a lot more people.
No doubt. For anyone who's ever dealt with state, local, federal governments, I just worked through one state that doesn't accept e-signature. I was like, this is a challenge.
Funny, that's exactly where I was going to go too. I can't name names. We've got one large government organization. Like my headline is, I want to have death to PDF. If you don't have to deal with like paper and PDFs, oh my goodness, billions of hours saved for humanity. And so one customer, there was like, yeah, we've got literally 7,000 PDFs we want to digitize. And so we've got those tools so that you can do these low code and pro code forms that then seamlessly work with all the systems to automate it, whether it's your DMVs, whether it's your other government entities, whether it's federal and other country level. And so what I'm super encouraged by is there's so many of these entities that are like, yeah, we want that too, because not only does it make a better like community experience, now we can save so much time for all the people within our company. And so now that you don't have to write a boatload of code to go and create digital forms, yeah, let's do it. Let's automate it.
I'm with you both because what I thought about is what's happening locally in our community. And I was thinking to myself, man, really data should be a bigger part of the decision trees of local governments. Mine was, so I live in a community where, and I think my community is not unlike yours, which is building permits are issued faster than schooling permits. So we're constantly, kids are in trailers. Like my kids have never actually been, I feel like they've never been inside a school. They're in a trailer outside school. And my community is not really different than others. But it really shouldn't be a person who doesn't know the whole story making that decision. It should recognize, hey, the second these building permits get issued, it should instantly fund the next school that goes there, plus the public utilities that are going to be necessary there, so that we don't have grid strain in addition to schooling strain and hundreds of other services. But as you guys talked about, each of these departments, they vote separately. They're all doing things separately. No data is communicating between these things. I feel like the way we build communities, probably some layers of automation would help quite a bit.
Yeah, and what I'm encouraged by is I've seen a lot of these forward-thinking government entities starting to lean into this pretty heavily. Yeah. So I'm optimistic that there's change on the horizon.
Hey, thanks for watching. This segment is brought to us by Salesforce Platform. Visit salesforce.com/newsletter to discover timely insights and useful tips tailored to your role. Subscribe to this channel and get more great IT and tech interviews with top industry leaders.